for that Good Samaritan. Adam, thank you. Now, this weather led to several accidents today, including one at the Grand Parkway and 290, which involved 2 police cars. We're told many of these accidents were on overpasses where there was ice. 610 at 59 was shut down for a while near Fornes because of this weather. And out in West Harris County, 18-wheelers got stuck on a flyover at I-10 in the Grand Parkway. A scary experience for those drivers. Michelle Choi is live out there with the latest on this. Michelle.
Yeah, hey, Reka, we saw this happen in a number of places, including this ramp behind me leading towards the Grand Parkway. Now, let me tell you, snow and freezing temperatures just don't mix. In fact, it makes for some dangerous conditions on these overpasses, something that driver lived through today. Now, take a look at this video we shot earlier. In fact, you can see a wrecker rescuing that big rig. Now, that big rig was in fact stuck on the northbound overpass for nearly 5 hours. The driver tells us he knew he had to stop and pull over when his truck started to slide towards the concrete wall. He managed to avoid getting into a wreck, though, thanks to some driving skills he picked up while living up north. He says he never expected to deal with icy, snowy conditions in the greater Houston area.
When I was offloading, it was like 2 inches of snow on the vehicles. It was ice all over the place, and I'm like, man, so I'm originally from up north, Detroit, so I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm back home.
As you can see there, a wrecker eventually got him down inch by inch, pulling the big rig, all while Harris County deputies kept other folks from entering that ramp. Now, Adams tells us he wasn't the only one stuck on that ramp for several hours. In fact, several other cars had spun out in the same location. Fortunately, no one was hurt during all of this. Reka, back to you.
All right, Michelle, thank you. And speaking of traffic, Doug Deloney has been watching the roadways all morning. So how do things look right now, Doug?
You know what? Things are looking a lot better. This morning, troopers, DPS, Sheriff's Department, they were trying to move in on some of those ramps. They'd stop and try and block off the traffic as these hot spots popped up. But even still, this is the 290 at Grand Parkway interchange where somebody got up on there. This is a Jeep Cherokee that flipped, ran into the guardrail, and it actually looks like it flipped over. They've got that one cleared up and cleaned and moved out of the way. That's just north of where Michelle was just reporting from. And Reka, you were talking about this one earlier. This is the car that crashed involving a couple of police cars. This was on the West Loop southbound. All main lanes of the West Loop southbound were blocked at 59, right where you go over 59. And that was a major headache for anybody coming to the Galleria area earlier this morning. But as you can see, this is a live look from Houston TransStar. Things are looking really nice in both directions now. That's because it's warmed up enough that any icy conditions have now since gone away. You can see things are moving nicely on West Park Drive there under the 610 West Loop. Now, looking elsewhere, people are moving pretty much at a posted freeway speed, so that is the good news right now. As a warning, though, we still have that outbound weekend closure on 290. The weather did not delay that construction. That starts tonight until Saturday at 1 p.m. All outbound lanes of 290 closed at West Road. Reka?
All right, good to know. Thank you, Doug. Well,